So, you're here because they took everything. Stripped you down to the bone, huh? Feels like there's nothing left, right? They did that to you. And they don't even know the damage they've done. Not yet. But they will. Oh, they will. Because you'll make sure they feel it. See, people are quick to judge. They're real fast when it comes to pointing fingers, blaming others, blaming you. They think they're clean, untouched, holier than thou. But they're all walking around with dirty hands, playing innocent. Ha. Pathetic, really. But you're something else. You're like a storm, simmering, waiting. They don't even know the potential sitting right under their noses. They'll laugh. They'll mock. They'll leave you out in the cold. They think they're strong, think they're untouchable. But guess what? Every fortress falls. Every shield has cracks. You just gotta find them. Patience, my friend. Patience and focus. But make no mistake, this road I'm telling you about, it ain't for the weak-hearted. No. This path is for the forgotten, the betrayed, the ones society tossed aside like garbage. This is where you prove them wrong. They'll wonder what went wrong, wonder why things suddenly started falling apart. But they won't realize that they did this. They created their own downfall when they messed with you. You let them think you're weak. You let them underestimate you. And then you rise. Not with kindness. Not with forgiveness. Oh no. With the truth. Brutal, unapologetic truth that hits harder than any punch, cuts deeper than any knife. And when that moment comes, when they finally see the error of their ways, you'll be standing tall, unbreakable. You'll be the last one laughing. See, people don't get it. They look at you, and all they see is what you don't have, what you're lacking. They see a guy who's been pushed around, walked on, and yeah, maybe that was you. But here's the kicker. You're still here. You're still breathing, still standing. That means you've already survived what most wouldn't even have the guts to face. They don't see the fire in you? Not yet. They're too busy staring at their own reflections, their little victories, thinking they've got it all figured out. Ha! That's their weakness. They think they're invincible. They think they can toss people like us aside, and we'll just disappear. They're dead wrong. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna let every insult, every betrayal, every single lie they told you fuel you. You're not gonna hide from it. Nah. You're gonna face it head on. Embrace every piece of pain, every ounce of anger. Because that's the stuff they can't handle. They're afraid of their own shadows, afraid of the darkness they try to bury. But not you. You'll own it. You'll take that pain, make it your armor. you'll use it to rise, to claw your way up, step by brutal step. And when they see you, standing at the top, stronger than ever, they'll finally understand. They created this. They created you. You know, people talk about forgiveness, about letting go, moving on. But that's just a story they tell themselves to sleep better at night. You don't need that crap. Forgiveness? Nah. Forgiveness is a luxury for those who don't understand what it feels like to be burned, to be broken. They can have their fairy tales. We're dealing with reality here. And here's a little secret. You don't need to scream. You don't need to shout. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your silence, that'll eat at them more than any words ever could. You just work. Just keep moving. Keep pushing. Let them wonder. Let them sit there, trying to figure out where they went wrong. Make them regret the day they thought they could break you. Because when the tables turn, and they will, they'll be the ones lying awake at night, haunted by the ghosts of their own choices. You're just giving them exactly what they deserve. That's not revenge. That's justice. They don't believe in you? Fine. They want to doubt you? Let them. That's on them. You just keep going, step by step, with a fire in your gut and a chip on your shoulder. Every time they laugh, every time they think they've won, you're getting closer, stronger. And when you finally stand there with them looking up at you in disbelief, you'll see it in their eyes, the fear, the regret, the realization that they messed with the wrong person. Let them wonder. Let them question what went wrong. Let them feel that pit of dread. They brought this upon themselves. And you're just giving them exactly what they asked for. No apologies, no remorse. Ah, you feel it now, don't you? That rage, that burn deep in your chest. It's good. You're waking up. Waking up to the truth that nobody's coming to save you, and nobody's gonna hand you respect. Not in this world. You're on your own, but that's a gift, a blessing in disguise. 'Cause now you know there's only one person you need to rely on. You. They'll keep waiting for you to crack, to give in. That's what they want. They think if they push hard enough, you'll break like everyone else. But you're not everyone else, are you? Nah. You're something they can't even begin to understand. Because while they're busy living their little lies, hiding behind their masks, you've seen the truth. You've seen what's real. And the truth? It's ugly. It's raw. But it's yours. Own it. Don't hide from the pain. Let it remind you why you're here. Let it be the voice that gets you up in the morning. The reason you keep pushing, keep grinding when everyone else is asleep. That's the stuff that'll make you unstoppable. Because every time you fall, every time they knock you down, you get back up stronger. And one day, they're gonna look at you, and they won't recognize the person standing in front of them. They'll be staring at a nightmare of their own creation. You ever notice how people like them love to preach about loyalty, respect, honesty? But it's all talk. The moment it gets tough, the second they don't need you anymore, they show their true colors. They're snakes in suits, wolves in sheep's clothing. And they think they've got it all figured out, think they're untouchable. But guess what? Every empire built on lies falls eventually. Every single one. You just bide your time. Keep building yourself up day by day in the shadows where they can't see. And when the time comes, when you finally step into the light, they'll be the ones cowering. They'll remember every word they threw at you, every laugh, every backstab, and they'll know it's payback. Not from anger, not from some petty grudge. No. This is the universe balancing the scales. You don't owe them kindness. You don't owe them forgiveness. They forfeited that when they decided to play you for a fool. All you owe them is the truth. Cold, unforgiving, undeniable. And when they see the monster they created staring them down, they'll wish they'd left you alone. But here's the best part. You won't even need to lift a finger. Just become. Everything they said you couldn't. Achieve what they thought was impossible. You don't have to shout, don't have to announce it. Just show up, unbreakable, with a quiet rage that says more than any words ever could. Your success, that'll haunt them more than any revenge. 'Cause while they're busy scrambling, trying to figure out where it all went wrong, you'll be too far ahead, too strong, too untouchable. And you know what? They'll hate you for it. They'll hate you because they couldn't break you, because you turned every insult, every wound into armor. And while they're drowning in their own mistakes, you'll be watching from a place they could never reach. So let them wonder. Let them question, doubt, and fear. They brought this on themselves, and now it's your time. You're gonna leave a mark they won't forget. Not by their rules, not by their standards, but by yours. Unforgiving, relentless, legendary. Oh, I can see it now. That moment when they realize they can't undo what's coming. When they see the path they paved with their own selfishness, their betrayals, their lies. That's the beauty of it, isn't it? All you gotta do is keep moving forward. Let their actions speak for them. Let their own mess catch up to them. See, they think they're so clever, don't they? They think they're pulling the strings, playing the game, always one step ahead. But life's got a funny way of flipping the script. And when the time comes, when they're standing there with nothing left to cling to, it'll be your silence that echoes loudest. 'Cause by then, you won't need to explain yourself, won't need to justify anything. You'll just be done with them. That's the real power, not caring anymore, not needing their approval, their validation. It's freedom, freedom to live on your terms, to be untouchable. You'll be the one they talk about, the one who changed, the one who forgot where he came from. But you and I both know the truth. You're just evolving, leaving them behind, because they can't keep up. They're stuck in the mud of their own making, trying to drag you down, because they're terrified of being left alone. People like that, they feed on weakness. They love to find someone they can use, someone they can control. But once you break free, once you stop caring about their opinions, their whispers, their little games, they're nothing. Just empty shells, living in their illusions, while you build a world of your own, a life they can only dream of. You know what's going to haunt them? It's not just your success. It's the fact that you did it without them. That they lost the one person who was real. The one person who could have stood by them if they'd been worthy. But they weren't. And now, they're left with nothing but their empty words, their empty lives, wondering why it all went wrong. And here's the kicker. While they're busy playing the victim, trying to paint you as the villain, you're just getting started. This is only the beginning. Every step you take forward is a reminder that they don't control you, that they're just spectators in a story they have no say in. It's your world now, your rules, your vision, and nothing, nobody, is gonna take that from you. When they finally see you standing tall, unshaken, unapologetic, they'll realize they never really knew you at all. They underestimated you, thought you'd be just another pawn in their game. But you're not a pawn. You're the storm, the reckoning they never saw coming. And there's nothing they can do about it. So let them wonder. Let them stay up at night, haunted by the ghost of who they tried to destroy. 'Cause you're not broken. You're forged, hardened by every scar, every betrayal. And while they're drowning in regret, you'll be living, truly living, with a fire they'll never understand. You'll be untouchable, unstoppable, the one who rose from the ashes they tried to bury you in. In the end, there'll be nothing more than a footnote in your story. A story of resilience, of survival, of victory. And that's something they can never take from you. You're the one who writes your story now. And trust me, it's gonna be one hell of a tale. You know, they think life's a game, and maybe it is, but here's the difference. They're playing checkers, and you're out here playing chess. They're making moves on impulse, driven by ego, by the thrill of feeling like they're in control for 5 minutes. But you're patient, you're strategic, you're willing to sacrifice, to take hits, to wait for the right moment. That's what they'll never understand. They'll call you ruthless, heartless, 'cause you don't play by their rules. But guess what? Their rules are designed to keep you small, keep you stuck, keep you begging for their scraps. Forget that. You're done bending, done shrinking yourself to fit their world. You're out here creating your own, one where they have no say, no power, a world they don't belong in. And when they see you standing on top, looking down, oh, they'll hate you for it. They'll throw every insult in the book, paint you as the villain, the one who changed. But the truth is, they don't hate you for changing. They hate you because you had the courage to walk away from their circus. You had the guts to say, I'm done playing small for people who don't appreciate me. It's funny, isn't it? They act like they're doing you a favor, like you're supposed to be grateful for their crumbs of approval. But the second you stop needing them, the second you show them you can thrive without them, they lose their minds. They can't stand it, because deep down, they know they were the ones holding you back all along. Let them talk. Let them spread their little rumors, their lies. Let them try to turn people against you. Because at the end of the day, the truth, it's bulletproof. And you know the truth. You know who you are, what you're capable of. Their opinions are just noise, meaningless, hollow. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You just keep moving forward, one step at a time, building a life so solid, so untouchable, they can't do a damn thing about it. And here's the thing about people like that. They always come crawling back. Oh yeah, mark my words. One day, when you've made it, when you're living on a level they can't even dream of, they'll show up with that fake smile, that phony apology, pretending they always believed in you. But by then, you won't need them. You'll look at them and feel nothing. Just a reminder of a past life, of people who tried to dim your light. You'll see them struggling, still trapped in their same old patterns, still playing those small, petty games. And you'll have risen so far beyond it, they won't even be a blip on your radar. They'll be left wondering what happened, wondering where they went wrong, why you slipped out of their grasp. But you and I both know they brought this on themselves. Every lie, every betrayal, every doubt they cast on you, it was fuel. It was fire. And now you're the one who's untouchable. So remember this. You owe them nothing. Not a second chance. Not an explanation. Not even a glance back. They had their chance, and they blew it. And now it's your time. Time to rise. Time to live without limits. To build a life so damn powerful, it'll haunt them for the rest of theirs. Because when it's all said and done, when the dust settles and the last word's been spoken, you'll be the one who made it out, who defied the odds, who survived. And them? They'll just be memories, fading faces in the rear view mirror, wondering why they let something as rare as you slip through their fingers. And that, my friend, that's the sweetest justice of all. So here you are, standing on the edge of a world that's yours for the taking. A world they tried to keep you out of, tried to convince you wasn't meant for you. But you proved them wrong. You proved every single one of them wrong just by refusing to back down, by refusing to break. Now, they'll live every day knowing that the person they tried to bury rose up stronger, sharper, untouchable, and that'll eat at them for as long as they breathe. Because while they're drowning in their own mistakes, living out the same tired story, you're out here writing a legacy. One they'll never be part of. One they can only watch from the sidelines, haunted by the memory of the person they could have kept in their corner. But it's too late for that now. You've moved beyond them, beyond their reach, beyond their power. You're living proof that strength isn't given. It's taken. It's earned in the darkest of moments. And you? You earned every single bit of it. So let them wonder. Let them ask themselves where it all went wrong. Let them drown in regret, in the echoes of their own choices. Because now you're free. Free to live, to thrive, to become everything they said you couldn't. And that, right there, that's the kind of victory they'll never understand. The victory of knowing they were wrong, and that you, well, you're unstoppable.